And we're back, and good evening, curling fans across the GNCC, and at least across the 215 area code. We're live at the Bucks County Curling Club for our 10 o'clock draw.
Would you like?
Sure, you can come on in. Go for it. And we're here for these D semifinals. We have a D semifinal game on our featured game between Philadelphia Curling Club, sketched by Kim Cooper, and Triangle Curling Club, sketched by Emma Kay. I got in trouble because, I've been told it's Kaya Talski, and my Polish friends think it's Shayashowski or Shayashewski, so I'm going to go with Shayashowski, but that's probably what I would say, but we're just going to go with Emma Kay. Emma's great. She's awesome, so.
She hit the rock.
I actually didn't even see it. Okay, I got you.
Just make the correction because those are rocks and
right.
she hit a rock.
Yeah.
So, it is Philadelphia throwing the Redstones in this game. And Triangle with the Blue Rocks. And I'm joined once again by Matt Mayock. Good evening, Matt.
Yeah, baby. It's good to be here. Am I hot? Am I on?
Yeah, you're on. We can, yeah, those levels are pretty good.
This is what I do. I think the people are going to like what I have to say tonight.
Okay, we're on only a very brief delay here. And the dump button is not it's not here.
It's too far.
The dump button. The dump button is what you use when you make a little slip of the tongue on the broadcast.
Yeah, I don't think I'll make a slip of the tongue. I know when I say stupid things. Tonight's the night.
Oh boy. All right, folks, we're in. Here we go. So the second stone here, we have two Red Rocks in play belonging to Philadelphia and Kim Cooper. And we have a Blue Rock coming down from Triangle.
Getting some good guards out there.
Oh, for sure. And back from a nice ice turn. Joining us is Steve Johnson.
Is he?
He is. He's here.
All right, here we are. Last draw of the night, Saturday night of the Child's Bonspiel 2019 edition.
A lot of people don't know that Steve and I both have daughters named Ellie.
How does Ellie spell her name?
E-L-L-I. It might be different than yours.
My daughter spells it E-L-I-E.
Oh.
And I have a story about why she does that. And she did it herself because we spelled it with two L's. And she said, my real name is E-L-I-S-A, and there's only one L. So there's only one L in Ellie. And we said, okay.
Wow, I didn't know that we were going to bore the people with this story tonight.
Well, what we have going on here on the sheets, it looks like a few rocks, mostly guards in play.
Yeah, definitely a lot of guards right now. We are definitely in favor of guards at the moment. And getting it worked out as to who has won the toss on various sheets and what colors they're throwing.
You're doing a good job there.
Thank you very much. I'm not as sure on sheet D because I'm not really as familiar with those players. Although, okay, got it.
You're good?
Yep, because I know what the one club's name tag looks like. Or more importantly, I know that the Plainfield name tag does not look like that name tag.
That is not the Plainfield name tag.
So, we are watching a D semifinal game, and there's the other D semifinal game going on next door on sheet A. That game is between Plainfield and Trela and Schenectady and Janajuicy.
Kristen Lott just threw a nice little draw into the back of the house on sheet B. It's the only rock in the house with a lot of guards out front.
And that's the only sheet they can see it all on the live stream too, so you know, don't need too much of a clarification here. We got an even dozen people watching us right now, and we will pay attention in the live stream to any comments that you have.
That's one broadcaster for every 4 watchers, which is impressive.
I mean, we're providing a good value.
We're here for you.
Good value for your money.
That's right. And how much did you pay for this?
Well, Matt paid $20 to the non-curlers basket.
I did.
Thank you for that.
I'm a giver.
So this one's coming down, and it is drawing nicely under cover. They're sweeping it, they're bringing it down, and it will be the shot stone under cover.
Wow.
And someone needs to tell Gretchen that they're throwing red.
They also kept it in the top of the house
I
there,
think
which
a lot
is
of
nice.
people in the warm room are trying to tell her that.
And there we go. Jeannie says, hey, Gretchen, we're throwing the red rocks this evening.
She was my teammate on Kaiser. That would have been the mistake I would have made at Kaiser, not her.
Anybody here ever thrown the wrong color before?
Oh, I certainly have. And
That's what I do.
Hands go up all around the warm room.
And in that situation, Steve, if you were to throw the wrong color rock, what happens?
Well, first you turn red in the face, and then you just send your rock down and replace it on the sheet.
Yeah, the other skip
So in other words,
can
no big,
replace it.
in other words, no big deal.
No big deal.
Yeah.
You don't want to be making a habit of it, but no big deal.
If it goes without being noticed, though, there are some different rules there.
Wow, look at this rock. Oh, it's not heavy enough. It's just a little tap.
Yeah, it is going to serve
Still on the top of the house, though.
Yeah, it's going to serve to raise the triangle rock a little bit closer to the house, and I have received explicit instructions to say nothing but positive things about triangle by their team, because apparently a whole bunch of their family members are watching.
I will say that the triangle members are not square.
I see how you did that. This is Leah. She went to Bucknell University. I just would like to shout out. I also went there.
There you go. It's a very fine school.
And the mascot there is
The Bison.
the Bison. Why not the Bucks? I don't know.
And the plural of bison is bison.
Bison.
Yeah.
Go Bison.
Strangely enough, yeah.
Wow, nice little chip shot there,
Very
spreading
nice.
things out.
That's fantastic, and it does lead triangle seeing the 2. And they do have hammer. They have the last rock.
Now the one on the left, the blue stone on the left, is visible from the hack.
It does appear that that's a call that Kim has. Seen about half of it, and Gretchen is away with the second vice stone for Philadelphia. Appears to be coming down with what we would call a control weight.
It looks a little wide. It's going to tick the guard, I think. Yep.
It's all over the guard. It does open up one of the rocks, but guards another one at the same time, so a little 6 of one, half a dozen, and I think Emma is going to cover up here a little bit.
That looks to be the case. Now, where do Emma's parents curl?
They actually have just recently joined the Bucks County Curling Club.
That's right. They curl on Sunday evening, isn't that?
They do. Sunday evening. The original draw of the Bucks County Club, going all the way back to our arena days.
Where is the Bucks County Curling Club?
Well, we're located in Warminster, Pennsylvania. It's about a 20-25 minute drive outside of Philadelphia.
I just want to mention the triangle now has ticked the guard back in front of the other stone, leaving the other one open again. So we're just kind of playing a little game of tap and tap. Again,
They're still having a problem with what color stone they are. Yeah.
Well, maybe we should have used green stones for this game.
It's funny because when I play at Philly, I've thrown the wrong color stone, and I'll occasionally, every game I play, I'll say to my teammates, "Are we still red?
Are we still red?
Or are we still yet?" Like whatever it is, just to make fun of myself because I know I've thrown the wrong color.
Yep.
But now twice in two ends they've thrown the wrong color, or at least prepared to throw the wrong color.
I can say I've never actually thrown this wrong stone, but I've gotten in the hack many times, actually frequently. I just make sure my front end is smarter than me.
Yeah, that's important.
That
And
bar's
it's not hard.
That bar's so high we can step over it. So Kim is away with the first one. They jumped it. Don't know if they had to. It should come back.
It's going to be tight against this guard.
Yeah, it's going to hit the guard, I think. Yep.
We
And
did
it
chip the
does.
guard, and now we open both of the blue stones up. Oh, no, never mind. There is still one coming.
And we're back to covering the one on the left side of the button.
Yeah, not sure why they started sweeping that, but at least it opened up in a little bit.
So we're going back to the same call here. Emma coming down to throw her first stone of the game. Emma is sporting a couple of the press-on tattoos.
Get out of my head.
That we have here. I have one on my right bicep, which is kind of like fading away. I should get that re-upped.
I know, I can't stop looking at it.
Especially when he... let's just watch this rock here.
Let's do that.
I mean, I do like this New Jersey. I don't want to flex and ruin it.
Again, it's coming... not looking like it's curling as much as they want.
No, but that late finish is going to come, and here comes
might get a tick.
here comes that late finish. It does not need a tick. It is by on its own.
Wow.
And it is going to be pretty good.
That is a nice rock right there. I think the one on the left is still a potential takeout target if they come through that little court.
Yeah.
With the late finish of the Bucks County rocks, I think that's hittable with probably hack weight there.
Yeah, we've been seeing that all weekend, and we've been looking at that. Good 4 to 5 feet of curl on draws, with 5 being more of the norm. And it has caught some of these players a little bit off guard if they play on either arena ice that's not quite as swinging, or ice that's a little straight at their dedicated club.
How's your beer?
All right. Okay.
17 people on the stream right now.
Yeah, 17 on. I don't know why my phone is still spooling. Probably because it's a piece of garbage.
We do see KD saying, "Go Triangle."
Whoop, whoop.
Kim Cooper in the half now. Not sure what she's calling here.
Yeah, your guess is as good as mine on this one.
The ice is curious. But they are sweeping it. It does look like it's a takeout attempt. Coming after the blue that's the blue that's a guard.
It's coming on down. It's going to be on the top guard. And so, Emma and Triangle are sitting 2 right now. And here comes the hammer, so it's a good opportunity to take a early lead here.
This could be a pretty significant lead early in the game.
Oh, absolutely.
But it's 5 and under curling, and no lead is this early is unsurmountable.
Well, you never know what's going to go on in a 5 and under event for sure. And Matt, want to congratulate you and your team from Philadelphia on winning the 80th Francis Dyke Sponspiel.
Thanks, Dave. It was an amazingly special time for us. It's the first time in 40 years that it's been at Philadelphia. Your team knocked us out the last 2 years, and we love that you guys brought it to the Philadelphia area last year, and for us to win it this year was really special. So thank you.
Oh, absolutely. It was enjoyed obviously being your opponents the whole time, and it's funny how our teams ended up colliding, and this year obviously with Kevin Brady skipping along with Ian Sheffer, Burke Tyler, and Mac Mead as I aged out this year. But it was interesting how our 2 squads seem to always find our way to play each other.
Absolutely, in the semifinals, and I'll tell you what, the Bucks County guys were so great. I think we had a really tough run. We played 5 games before we got to the finals, and 4 of those 5 teams were in the finals on the sheet on the ice with us. So we played good teams. Of course, one of them being Bucks in the semi, and that was the only game we played that didn't go 8 ends. And those guys were such good guys and shook after 6. Just very respectful, really good guys, and I think they were rooting for us in the finals, and it was really special.
Oh, yeah, I definitely was watching that game and was paying attention to it for sure. It was great to see you guys in it, of course. And while I enjoyed the company of both teams in it, yeah, I was rooting for the 2-1-5.
Yeah, I as well you should. Yeah. But
well, that end did go 3 to Triangle.
Thanks for bringing us back, Steve.
Well, you guys are having a great time reminiscing.
I mean, we got to go all glory days here, right?
Those were good days for sure, and I'm very excited for your victory there.
Thank you. It was really a special time for us.
Let's keep it in the Philly area for a while, but I guess Philly's not doing that next year.
We were the only. Last year we had 4 teams, and this year Philadelphia Curling Club only had our 1 team this year, so that's a little upsetting. I hope our youngers pick it up and get some more people out there next year.
Well, in the previous 2 years, I remember Philly and Bucks teams would often get together and cheer for or against each other in great friendly style. This year we had to bring 7 Bucks teams so that we could do that among ourselves.
Were there really 7 teams?
Oh, yeah. 7 Bucks teams. There are 7 Bucks teams here today. And by the way, on sheet C is the first time in 2 Bonspiels with 7 Bucks teams that Bucks versus Bucks.
We got Bucks on Bucks crime?
We do. And it looks like Bucks scored the first shot.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and pick Bucks to win on sheet C.
Yeah, that is something else. I'm not sure I would go there.
Fannon's got the dollar down here saying it's not going to happen.
I am willing to make that stand right now, and I will take all of Jim Fannon's money. So let's see here. Our first scores. It's Plainfield scoring 1 on sheet A. to start off here, and it is
We get that a lot. Thank you.
It is indeed Bucks County, but Lee Alexander scoring on sheet C, and Finger Lakes scores first on sheet D.
Where's Finger Lakes? Are they anywhere near the Finger Lakes?
I do believe they are close to the Finger Lakes. That's up in New York. It's a beautiful wine country. There's a nice little boat tour you can take on Lake Seneca in the summer. It's really quite enjoyable.
I had so many jokes to answer your question, but I couldn't.
I'm glad you didn't. Because there might be children listening at 10:20 at night.
Yes. 2 of the 14 people watching right now might have been listening.
Oh, we're up to 20 right now, and it is currently now time for Bucks After Dark. I'm here with Dave Schmel, along with Steve Johnson and Matt Mayock, and we're going to take you into the wee hours of the morning.
Dave, you might be a better announcer than you are curler.
I can't necessarily dispute that, Matt. I do on the ice, but this is a lot of fun as well.
I know Ian is a better announcer than he is a curler.
Absolutely.
And I don't mean to disparage his curling. He just is a very good announcer.
Ian was honestly, he was great when we beat them in the semifinals of that. He was great. Like, he hugged me harder than, like, it was just really cool and really special.
We're on the wrong Ian right now.
There are a lot of Ians around here.
I'm sorry. Okay.
I was talking to Ian Alexander, who set up this beautiful system that we're using today.
Yeah, he's not that cool.
Well, we did call him Bad Ian for a reason.
That's funny.
Ian Sheffer is good Ian,
Yes,
but often downgrade
that's the Ian I was talking
well,
about.
he's often downgrade to adequate Ian.
He was great.
Ian Alexander does announcing for a living, so
Yeah.
I think that makes him a better announcer than he is a curler, because
Well,
he has not figured out a way to make it.
I don't know that he's very good at either, is he?
Well, if you live in the Philadelphia area and you've been motivated to buy a vehicle from a certain family of dealerships on Ridge Pike in Conshohocken, you know that Conticelli is a nice place to do business.
Wow. What a plug. Yeah, we just had a plug.
So Matt Mayock, have you heard of the His and Hers Bonspiel at Bucks County Curling Club?
Insert shameless plug here.
I heard it's in June, right? Like June 20 something?
June 20th through the 23rd.
Actually, somebody just invited me to play in that this past week, and I don't know if I'm available yet because, you know, I'm a busy guy. But it sounds like a great spiel, and I think anybody out there that is interested should get involved.
You think the 20 people listening are looking for a team?
Yes.
All right. Well, then they should call Sean Boyle.
Sean Boyle is looking for some people in the His and Hers.
Well, we are still looking for a few teams for the His and for the Hers.
If I'm available, I'll be with you, Sean.
It's a great opportunity to come out to Bucks County Curling Club. If you haven't been out here yet, we really do encourage you to come on out. We're quite proud of the place that we put together here, and definitely try to show everybody the very best time we possibly can when they come here.
I'll tell you what, I'm from Philly Curling Club. The ice here is always great. Every time I come here, I'm not playing this weekend, but it's really fun to be here and watch. And
well, you have the wrong hardware to be playing this weekend.
I'll take that. But good point. I forgot this is all. Yeah. I can be an idiot at times. But the ice is great. It's moving a lot, so it makes it fun for the skips and the teams where they can really call some great shots. So that's exciting and fun.
This is a club where you can say the sweepers matter.
Oh, they do for sure. Now, that stone came down and had a unintended consequence for Triangle, raising a second stone in for Kim Cooper.
So, Steve, you would say sweeper lives matter?
Sweepers' lives matter.
Just want to make that clear.
Well, I don't know if their lives matter, but their actions do.
Yes, Dave, I just went there.
Not a problem. So, we're going to have Gretchen try to draw a third counting stone in, because with that one little turn of events, Kim really has a chance to flip this game right back to being square.
Looks like a pretty good stone coming in
Oh,
here.
it's going to tap it. It's going to tap it.
It's going to tap it and not hang on to be third shot, so it is still just a 2 for Philadelphia.
It does leave something open there for them to hit and even roll behind.
Yeah,
And we have Emma calling bumper weight here.
it's wide open here, right?
Yep.
It's wide open.
I think I want a little bit more ice. Oh, that's coming.
Oh.
Oh, that's
It looks narrow, doesn't it?
That's narrow, but it's coming down with a
Oh, I think it's all right.
Good,
I think,
good amount of weight here.
oh, no, it's not. It's going to crash. No, it's not
no,
going to
no,
crash.
it's fine.
It's
She got
looking
it.
like a
She
very
got
nice
it.
stone here.
Well, and the
We'll roll across the house.
wow.
All right, so right now Kim is letting Gretchen know what the landscape is and telling that they are sitting second shot, so they are going to throw a heavy draw to tap back the triangle rack. Now, we've been watching Sheet B all day, and Steve, this is not enough ice.
Yeah, I was going to say, are we going to get?
Doesn't
Are we going to
seem
get
like
this
it.
much move?
Oh, we need more ice.
We may be putting some blue rocks in the house here.
Yeah,
And they are all over it. They are crushing it, trying to hold the line. It is approaching the guard.
Yeah,
It is
they might
really,
make it.
really
They
close.
might make it here.
Got to get it by, and
no.
you do.
Oh my gosh!
And you do.
Wow.
Very nice shot.
And they got to the inside of it.
You
Very
said
nice.
it wasn't enough ice.
Very good.
How
You
about
gotta,
that?
you gotta trust me here, Matt.
Yeah, I thought that was going to crash.
I mean, I've been sitting here all day.
Two of these women that were on my Kaiser team this year, and the other two are some of my really good friends. So it's fun to watch these Philadelphia women curl. They're all fifth year, and they all can play. So there's no doubt that they can. They're a little upset that they lost yesterday.
Sure.
They wanted to win this thing, but I think they can do a good job in the flight that they're in.
Well, we've seen some really good play, and now that we've gotten to a little bit of the later stages, the A events and the D events have really shown the cream rising up here. So
Yep, I couldn't agree more.
now in these games, these being semifinal games, this is the first time where a tie will be determined by an extra end, as opposed to skip stone.
That's for sheet A and B.
A and B, that's correct.
Sheet C and D right now are still quarterfinals for the B event.
Right, quarterfinals for the B, so they will be throwing a skip stone to the event of a tie. All four sheets are still subject to the 95-minute time clock, which is up on the hockey scoreboard.
Wow,
This shot's coming down. It's going
it's a little heavy.
It's going to be a little
Yep.
bit heavy, and it's going to settle.
might cut them down to one though.
It
No,
doesn't do a darn thing. And it's still 2
Yeah.
stones
Yep.
for Philadelphia. And so with Kim Cooper's first stone, she needs to figure out what her best plan of attack. Now, Matt, where would you bring one in? I'm sorry to interrupt your conversation.
Some lady was checking me out, so I was not really fully paying attention.
I mean, it's tough for people to keep their eyes off you.
It's weird.
I'm working on helping her with glasses.
I don't mind keeping this in the, cutting down the draw to the top of the house though. Like a top 8. Just something that guards in the top 8, and all they can do is push you back. What do you think, Dave?
That's why I went to you for that insight in commentary. So I think that's a good call.
I'm not sure they
Wow.
don't have a hit
I wasn't
coming down that
expecting
center
that.
line though.
It's more I didn't listen. I just wanted to check out and let you fill some time
Actually,
there for a
yeah,
minute.
yeah, I actually didn't even look.
I think there's a Hackway hit on the center line.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that.
Well, yeah, so here comes Kim's Rock.
This is not a bad draw. They got to get it past the guard again, but it looks good so far.
It
They
looks
gotta-
like to be
Can
just
they get it
past
into
now.
count?
They got to drag that as far as
Right
they
now,
can.
it's all about the weight. You got to
Okay,
sweep
whoa,
it, you
whoa,
got to
whoa,
bring
whoa.
it. They
Whoa,
are dragging
stop
it down,
Stop it, stop
and
it.
they are
That
all the way
is not
down
a bad
to the
shot
top
at
of
all.
the forefoot,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
they
that-
are sitting 1, 2,
Wow.
and 3 stones.
They almost took that too far.
Another good rock. John Moylan with the slow clap. So,
Looks like Bucks has scored on sheet C, which is no surprise because they were going to one way or another.
they certainly did, and we'll give another rundown once everybody hangs their second end scores. We're waiting on that. That's a good thing for Vices out there. Please hang your scores promptly, especially in a Bonspiel. People are curious. People want to know.
And if you can't remember to hang your score, become a skip.
That's a good thing there. Now, they're taking a bit of time to look at this, and it's well warranted. Now, if I'm throwing this shot here, I don't think I'm doing this. Right now, the call is to try to outdraw
Yeah, I don't get
from,
that.
from the outturn side, and that looks a little rough. What I would prefer myself, and I'll see if you gentlemen agree, is a little back line-ish kind of shot into that nestle into that little cradle there.
I think it's there all day if you do that. That's definitely what I'm looking at.
You talking down the center line?
Yeah, coming down with the intern, yeah.
Yeah, totally agree.
With that shot, you may not become shot, but you will at least get some of the red out of there.
Yeah, it's a good Visine shot indeed.
Yeah, cut them down.
So they are all over Emma Stone right now. And
It seems to be over curling.
it's working its way down, and
I'm guessing this doesn't work.
yeah, our view is obscured right now. There you go, and it did indeed over curl. So,
As the rocks settle,
So what do we got?
well, you have sitting 3 with a free draw for 4.
Yeah,
You,
I think that's right.
I think that the one on the biter there is actually 6th shot.
Yeah, I would agree. I think they're trying to draw for 4 here.
Yeah, the draw for 4 is the percentage play here. So Kim Cooper settles in. Pretty much short of at least tying the game right now.
Kim is pretty smooth. I like her to make this shot. I think she can deal with the pressure.
Absolutely, and the final stone of the second end is on the way, and Kristen and Jeannie don't want to touch it.
well, they're touching it now.
They are touching it indeed. They're touching it real hard. There's a lot of touching going on,
Come on now.
and it is drawing down, and it's going to be good enough. And there it is.
Okay, they did good.
1, 2, 3, and 4 stones
Wow.
for Philadelphia. And after 2 makes it 4-3, and we have quite the spirited gallery here in the warm room, as it should be for a semifinal. And let's see here. So, Steve, what's it look like happened on sheet 1?
Sheet 1, we have a score of 3-1. It looks like Schenectady is leading Plainfield in that game. We haven't had an update for N2 on sheet C yet, but I believe Alexander team scored, which means they took one from Keisler, and we don't have a second end score yet, as the second end's just finishing on sheet D.
I like your jersey.
Thanks for the update, and thanks for the compliment, my wardrobe. I'm wearing a Bryce Harper jersey, which I wish was sponsored by somebody, but it really wasn't.
Sponsored by you, Dave.
I had to do my part to pay the 13-year, $330 million contract.
And what did the Bryce Harper jersey go for?
Well, the authentic jersey was $295 in the ballpark. I have the which how this is even a thing, but the authentic replica. But they do sell it at the ballpark.
Yes.
And the lady quite nicely pointed out that I could have two of those, so I chose the 80s retro away jersey and
yes, you did.
And the Sunday alternate home jersey, the cream-colored Phillies jersey, for the same money as the white princess. It gives me some versatility, and
well, gosh darn it, I think you wear it sportingly.
Why, thank you. You know what? I can be cheap as heck sometimes, but
we all can. That's what we do.
But a 13-year contract somehow felt like a safe investment.
So the first rock was the center line guard, very nice center line guard.
And well played, by the way.
For Triangle.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to thank that person at the Majestic Clubhouse store for helping me out there. But back to you live right now, watching the third end of play. We're here at the Bucks County Curling Club, broadcasting from the KJ Meg Swarm Room. Happy to have you, Dave Schmel, and I am flanked by excellent color commentators. Steve Johnson from Bucks County Curling Club and providing us insight into the Philadelphia rink. Matt Mayak from Philadelphia Curling Club.
How far is Philadelphia Curling Club from Bucks County, Matt?
I would say it's 45 minutes from Philly to Bucks County.
How about at about 5 p.m.?
Then maybe a little more than 45 minutes, but without traffic.
Probably about 20 points on your blood pressure is what I would say.
My blood pressure can't use any more points on it. It's already as high as it can be.
Well, you are very red all the time.
Yeah, my teammates are always nervous when I'm sweeping that I might have a heart attack at any time.
Oh, dear.
So, yeah, I always promise them that I will get my butt off the ice and fall down on the sideboard so that I won't melt the ice and ruin it when I do have the heart attack on the ice.
Well, that's definitely very important. And it does look like we have a score update on sheet D. What do we got there, Steve?
Finger Lakes has scored in the second end. They're now up 2-0.
All right, and back over here on the feature game, one of the D semifinals. We have a draw attempt from the Cooper Rink from Philadelphia. It does appear to be a little bit warmer than you like, and Emma is going to judiciously sweep it. It is going to hang in the back. It will be a Marv Albert, a back fighter on the back of the house.
Unfortunately, we don't have a score update yet from Sheet C, but there are plenty of rocks in play right now.
So coming down here at Triangle, trying to generate some offense here with Hammer. They're trying to raise their own rock.
Oh, that looks good.
They are going to raise it. It's going to be in the house and will be fully exposed. And Kim is going to try to do it. And we have yet another backbiter, so
it's hard to tell which one of those
unfortunately,
counts.
that pushed it out a little bit instead of pushing it in. Otherwise, it would have been hidden behind the guards.
It's almost like someone said, let's say that again. You don't know the reference?
I don't.
Well, we have two backbiters. We have two two backbiters. We had two Marv Alberts. Google that in the interwebs. Coming down now from Philadelphia. Well, now that draw attempt came up a little bit light, but as a great coaching friend and member of both the Philadelphia and Bucks County Curling Clubs would say, they made a positive adjustment. As of course being a good friend, Wayne Anderson.
Wayne Anderson.
Wayne is the best. Quite frankly, and I told this to Wayne and Emily Anderson and Andrew Guinness, our team would not have won the Dykes without them. They came out on Sundays and they taught us how to play, and it was really special. So I think there are legions of people out there in the world who appreciate Wayne and people that Wayne has helped other people help other people.
Oh,
so it's pretty cool.
By the way, I understand that both Wayne Anderson and Emily Anderson have entered teams into his and her response pool.
Is that right?
So if you want to come out and see them play,
So if you want to come out and get your ass kicked,
well, that is a possibility.
Now in fairness to Wayne has said on numerous occasions, I am a better coach than a curler.
and you know what, I think that's probably true. And he actually looks like Arthur Fonzarelli these days because he wears the
Always has
he
a leather
wears the
bomber
leather jacket,
Leather
right?
jacket
Out on
and
the
blue
ice.
jeans.
Yeah, it's like when I say Arthur, like Mike Lester has no idea who Arthur Fonzarelli is, but
And he's looking back and saying, oh, yes, I do.
But us older guys know that, and it's pretty cool. Wayne is just Wayne. He's great out there. He's always good and always fun to be with him.
Well, he'll be going with two of his brothers from Canada, so we'll have Canadian
Is that right?
curling here.
Wayne has brothers?
I just learned that myself.
That's awesome.
Once upon a time, I talked to Wayne and I said, I hear you're the third best curler from your family. He said, no, fifth, no, maybe sixth.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. But he's I don't know of anybody that gives as much of his time as Wayne does, and it's really an amazing thing, and it's special.
No, and he has recently just retired and dedicating, if possible, even more time to the
Right,
sport.
I mean, right? It's crazy.
So, looking here, we have a shot from Triangle, which made contact with the one in front of that and came all the way through. So now it will be Gretchen throwing her second rock. And Kim is indicating that she wants to play a tap here. Taking a good amount of ice, but that's what we've been seeing all week, that you have to really be aggressive on those ice calls.
Update on sheet C. It looks like Kiesler actually scored 2 in the second.
So you were right on top of that one.
I had no idea what was going on.
That's funny.
And I don't think I pronounced the name right yet. It's
I don't
Keister.
know. It's Keister. Keister, is it?
Like the
That's
backside.
official. We know that.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay, because, yeah, I've been all up and down the board on that one.
somebody went down on sheet 1, but she's okay. Everything's good.
And we have
Did
the
not hit her head.
danger ice is slippery sign being displayed.
Ice is still slippery.
And hard, I understand.
But
Yes,
only
it
if
is.
you hit it.
Yeah.
Seems we're getting another tap-up attempt here.
Well,
Are all over the red rock, sending it across the house and out.
so it is still Philadelphia sitting 1 and most likely 2, with both stones being behind the tee line. Those stones being behind the tee line are never going to get anywhere closer.
How did Judy, she just did a big yawn.
So it looked like Kim had her mind made up, and she's coming back and settling in and taking another look. It looks like the call is for a draw, probably full 12 foot.
She's seeing the third, and Team Alexander scored 2, so it's 3-2 now, Alexander.
Steve, you're really good at those score updates.
That's what we brought him here for.
I'm watching that sheet because of the lead is pretty good looking.
Isn't she, though? Boy, are you related to her?
She has my last name.
That's weird.
That's weird.
Definitely weird. And
Wow. We haven't played this wide out yet.
That's just a little bit too light, really.
It's wide and it's light, which is a bad combination.
Absolutely. Now, curling, of course, bears the distinction of the only time in mixed company where you can ever say a woman was heavy and wide.
This is true.
And we're just taking in some of the conversation in front of us in the peanut gallery, and it's well, let's just say I'm happy it's on the I'm happy it's up there and not in here. So Emma trying to make something out of her hammer here. She is going to throw a hit on the Philadelphia rack and try to roll underneath, undercover, try to make a skip's deuce here.
I don't think that's her. She's a little wide on this shot.
Yeah, definitely a little bit wide, and it's probably the weight that they wanted, but so it's going to land on the one in the back and peel it out, so it is still Philadelphia sitting.
Actually, I think that changes it to Philadelphia sitting 2.
Yeah, for sure. 2 for sure
2
now.
for Philly now, yeah.
Generally, you don't want to take out your shot when it's out counting one of theirs.
Interesting.
That's a bold strategy there, Steve Johnson.
I have never carried out that strategy, but I've held it for a long time in my heart.
I'm sure we've all effed that up from time to time.
Really not getting used to the bearded version of Dan Cooper yet. Kind of freaking me out a little bit, I'm just being honest.
Kim's one of the best members we have at Phil. Like, she will fix if anything.
Well, she puts up with Dan first.
Yeah, obviously, and then if there's anything broke at the curling club, Kim fixes it.
Oh, really?
Yes.
We could have used her earlier when we had Mahoney stuck in the elevator.
She's amazing. Yes. Although you might want to leave him stuck in the elevator longer.
It wasn't a bad thing for the club. Although he did have a keg of beer with him.
He did.
Well, then
no tap of
then you gotta
which
let him
means
out.
it wasn't a bad thing for him.
Yeah, he needs to get out then.
Okay, so here we are, and it is the final stone of the third end. So we have triangle, and their skip Emma is going to try to find a way to get one in here. Now, you got a couple different shots here. You could throw the hit if you like, or you could throw the draw. The conventional wisdom would be to say you need to throw the draw.
Dave, I just noticed that Stephanie Johnson, the lead for Team Alexander on sheet C, is throwing her third stone. Can you explain why a lead would be throwing her third stone?
That means they must be playing short a player, and in fact they are, because
is that right?
Because in the last game, their second, Marcia Limlaw, she took a bit of a tumble on the ice and suffered a blow to the head and had to be taken to the hospital and was treated. And
well, she doesn't like it.
The diagnosis being whatever it is.
She does not like it.
Oh no, you've got to sleep past that stone right now just to make sure.
Yeah.
It's going to be a steal of 2 for Philadelphia.
They could have pushed that red one in, huh?
That was close, but and Emma clearly not happy with herself, but important as a skip to be able to park that and come out with a clear head the next time.
Agree.
Yeah, so Marcia, she's okay right now, but she's not really cleared to be on the ice. Suffered what seems to be at least a moderate concussion. So they are playing three-hand. They are playing three-handed, so that means that both the lead and the vice will be throwing 3 stones each.
Yep.
And then the skip will throw the final 2. So
It usually means that there's just one fewer person with a broom out there to sweep too.
oh, that can be a big difference in the game because, you know, having 2 brushers, I often will find myself calling a little bit more of a hit game if I'm playing shorthanded.
Right. Yep.
Because it's a little bit less brusher dependent.
And people don't like to see me brushing too much, so when I have to play three-handed, it's a little of a different game. They don't want to see too much of me sweeping.
That means your face turns redder.
If it's possible, yes, yeah. Well, the crowd is playing up to the Philly team here.
Well, you know, a whole bunch of folks didn't make that trek across the Serengeti and the Turnpike and Bluebird to come here.
But Kim and Gretchen are playing to the crowd a little bit, so that's fun.
Well, right now it is. They do have a 3-stone lead, but Triangle is going to do what they can to stop that, and they do have a guard on the 4-foot line, the TV line, which appears nowhere in the rule book. It does help the ice crew out with scraping, and so it's always there for that. But I found that after we put in a 4-foot line, our front ends tended to have more of an opinion on the line of the ship.
That's funny. Yeah.
I can say as a one who's done a lot of scraping this weekend, you can't see our 4-foot line when you're scraping.
Well, yeah, the ice has been in for quite some time. If we had room in the rink to do another flood, I mean, it is really, we're close up against all the openings right now on a couple of the personnel doors and the Zamboni door. And a flood adds about 1/8 of an inch, and we can just about get there. Who knows?
I'll tell you what, I mean, coming from our ice at Philly's moving pretty good, but to come here and see this, and coming from the dikes at Albany and Schenectady, those were both pretty straight, and it's nice to be here and watch this ice. It's moving pretty good. I think you guys are doing great here.
Well, we believe here at Bucks County that the game is called curling because the rock is supposed to curl.
Yeah, it's not straighting, is it?
No.
No. Yeah.
We don't play straighting.
Yeah. Right. But no matter what it is, you got to figure it out. That is part of the game.
The other thing we try to avoid is playing falling, which is when the rock just falls off to the boards.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Oh, you never want that for sure.
But right when you're out there, whatever the ice is doing, you got to figure it out.
You got to figure it out.
And if it's curling, you got to curl. If it's straight, you got to straight.
And that's part of the game.
Yeah, exactly. But my point is, being here, it's really fun to watch because the skips can call good shots because the ice is curling, and so they can call fun shots, not just the takeout straight. Put out a guard and then tap it back kind of thing when it's straight.
Right, absolutely. Right there, we just had a really nice shot by Christine Lott.
Thank you.
Kristen Lott, the second from Philadelphia.
Looks like we're trying a double takeout here.
And yeah, we are doing the double takeout.
Might be a hair wide.
Emma's still playing a little bit of a cleaner game. That is her team style. But that one is.
That's going wide, I think.
That's that's just yeah. A little bit wide.
I'm going to get a cocktail. Anybody want anything?
Go for it, guys. All right, so both of my commentators have taken a little respite. We see down here that Lisa O'Connor has made her way down the ice. trying to boost the spirits of Emma. She just appears just a touch frustrated right now. We do need to make sure they have their fourth end shots. I'm sure Dad's on top of that. And coming down here with the next stone for Triangle. Ooh, just a little bit wide again. And now it's going to place the Philadelphia stone, sending 1, 2, and 3, and staggered under cover. So so the situation went from not so good to slightly worse. And we're joined by Mary Fannin. And the crowd is happy to see Mary as well. And here comes the next shot from Kim Cooper, and going to add to the stones in the area that it's going to be a guard. And that guard is going to reduce the area available. Now, right now Emma's saying, that's it. I want some red stones to move now. So Leah comes down, and she's coming down with hit weight. It appears to be on the top guard right now. Emma's letting it curl, going to run it back and try to make something happen and open it up. So here it comes with a good pace. Gets a lot of the rocks moving and removes one of them, and does improve the situation a good deal. It's Philadelphia sitting 3, but there's a lot more accessibility of those rocks. And Kim says, I am not interested in accessibility. I want those stones guarded. Okay, so we've now, Mary Fannin, one of our medical personnel, have won away, so we better have some good clean living here the rest of the way. Emma's father, a club member, has delivered the fourth end traditional shots for Triangle. And here comes Leah's second. Looks to be just a skosh narrow, and that's also going to sail on by.
Looks like Kim Cooper has a pretty good house here.
It is. It's been a bit of a frustrating end for Triangle right now. They've wanted to throw a lot of hits to remove the stones, and they just had some they've had some misses, a little bit wide, a little bit narrow, and you can tell that it's starting to grind at them just a little bit. So Dad did bring out the fourth end shot, so help is on the way.
I understand those fourth end shots are a normal part of their gameplay this weekend.
It's definitely part of a tradition. They do both pre-game and fourth end shots each and every game. So Kim is trying to throw a guard to really lock up and make this as difficult as possible. And I think it's really, really important right now that Emma doesn't get too frustrated here, because now that's going to come in and it will be staring at 5 Philadelphia stones.
Well, I think a big weight here is just going to move a couple of rocks, so you just come with a reasonable weight probably, huh? Just working and cutting them down.
And Dollars to Donuts, this is coming with peel weight.
Yeah, I don't know that saves them much more, because I'm not sure you keep your shooter around.
I just think it's a little bit of frustration showing here in this call. So,
on sheet C, it looks like Alexander's sitting 2.
Here comes down the shot on sheet B. It is coming with it.
It's on the wide, and it is heavy.
It's definitely coming down heavy, and coming on down, it's going to make contact with the Philadelphia stone in the 8-foot and roll off. Still leaving it sitting 4 stones for Philadelphia and Kim Cooper. And Kim is going to be coming down with her final stone of the 4th end.
See, again, I think you come with a little less weight. You might keep your stone around. You might have a little bit more control over where the shot goes. I think that would be a better choice at that point.
Yeah, because it's going to be in a tough way here with your last shot.
She's really leaving herself with nothing but the draw, and there's really no backing on the draw.
And especially because you just threw a peel with your last shot.
We've all thrown a draw after a peel and wondered what draw weight felt like.
Yeah, that's challenging, for even people at the very highest levels. And
5 and under is not the highest level, is it?
No, it's not. So Kim's guard, her guard attempt ended up being a draw. So now
she may have done a triangle team a little bit of a service here. Not much. What do you do here, Dave?
They're looking.
There's a triple there, isn't there?
Yeah.
Not really.
Well, this is where eventually a telestrator might help us, but if you were to actually crotch it, you could get 4 rocks to go. But
you'd have to come with a lot of weight.
And it has to be
perfect.
Yes, I was going to put some sort of
I filled them all in
superlative in front of that.
Super perfect.
Sure, that's a much more family-friendly one.
Team Alexander did score. They are up now 5 to 2.
So here's the final rock, and it does look like she's throwing the draw, and this is going to be a tough ask because the draw has to get to the pin.
Super's going to have to go to get it there.
And this is what was going to make that difficult the whole time. Now, they are going to carry it, and it is good brushing ice, so if you can keep it going, just keep it moving, try to get there to cut it down.
Lord.
No, so it does.
It cuts them down 1.
It cuts them down 1, and that's...
Yeah, just 1.
So it is a steal of 4.
4, huh?
I got.
Wow.
So it's a steal of 4, and it makes it now 10 to 3. Going into the 5th end. We're waiting for the 4th end to complete on sheet A, our other D semifinal between Plainfield and Schenectady. As it stands right now, it is tied at 3, and over on sheet D, we are also waiting for the 4th end to complete. So those games on the outside sheets are running just a skosh slow. Now, skosh is a technical term here at the Bucks County Curling Club. It's just a little bit.
You're actually not horrible at this, Dave. Which is surprising to me.
I'm glad I could meet and exceed your low expectations.
Not horrible is one of those best things to be told, right?
Yep.
I don't hate it.
That's where he is. I don't hate it. Yeah.
Well, I do try to make my living in the entertainment business, so it's kind of important for me to at least have some modicum of public speaking ability.
Yeah. Well, you keep working on that.
All right. That and $1.06 will buy me a coffee at Burger King. Although, a couple months ago, I was through the drive-thru and I asked for a coffee, and they rang it up as a senior coffee.
There's no way you got a senior coffee before I got a senior coffee.
They gave it to me. I didn't ask for
I'm
it.
a good 20 years ahead of you.
I know. I didn't ask for it. I just must have had my old man voice on.
I need my coffee.
Pretty old. Let's be honest. You're just pretty old.
Apparently. Watching out from the Hecklebenchers is one of our more senior members. Brent Larson.
Actual senior members.
He is an actual senior member. He is wearing a very large Let the Shenanigans Begin pin brought to him by his favorite curler at the Bucks County Curling Club, and he is certainly hers, Sarah Fry.
Oh, golly, I can't believe you brought that up.
I'm actually the youngest of 7 siblings, which is, when I was a kid, I hated it. Just hated being the youngest. And now, as an adult, like, my oldest brother's 60 and I'm 52. So they're all just old, and they're breaking those barriers before I get there. So it's pretty easy now.
52 to 60, so a whole bunch of Irish twins.
Yeah, you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom actually had 8 childbirths in 8.5 years. So she was, pretty crazy.
Well, there is something to be said for just getting it out of the way.
Absolutely. That's, I think, where my parents were. So.
By the way, I see a lot of green, speaking of Irish, on the ice, shamrocks and whatnot, because in just 40 minutes we have St. Patrick's Day.
Absolutely, St. Patrick, the patron saint of Ireland. Of course, everybody finds a way to be a little bit Irish on St. Paddy's Day. I'm pretty much purebred Polish, but I'll find some way to be Irish tomorrow.
Everybody sneaks in a little Irish.
I don't know if there are any plans for green beer, but
Oh, God,
nobody
I hope
around
not.
here will complain if it's regular color.
So, this end's starting to shape up a little bit better for Triangle.
We have a couple.
Yeah, they got 2 stones in and setting up to draw a third behind the Philadelphia guard. Now, ordinarily, you wouldn't necessarily throw a draw underneath the opponent's color. But it's not a bad idea.
This looks like it might be. That's going to be pretty good.
That's a nice stone.
That's not bad at all. So
Kept it in the top of the house, tucked in a little bit behind the guard.
So it does leave Triangle sitting 3, and Kim is going to want to. She's coming to take out some of that, and I'm pretty sure she wouldn't even mind if she wrecked in her own guard right now and open up the situation. So.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I'm guessing Triangle wouldn't have minded that to be a little bit higher in the house.
This looks a little narrow.
Yeah, that is coming with a good amount of pace. Now, it is curling now, and they are brushing it quite aggressively. Is it going to be on the top guard? It is really
it's
close,
really
and
close.
it is going
It's
to
really-
wreck.
yeah.
Just clears it.
Oh, it's going to be on the back.
Oh,
Yeah.
back on.
Okay, so
Wow.
we have indeed opened it up. So mission kind of accomplished for Philadelphia there, because Emma is going to try to replace that with one of her own now.
Yeah.
She's going to try to replace that in the 12-foot, maybe even counting, in order to give herself a little bit more to work with. Feeling a little bit of a sense of urgency here after 4 ends and trailing by a good number.
There's really a lot of action in this end already, and there's a lot of stones still to be played.
Absolutely. Now this stone is curling hard, so I think you just want to drop this, and they do
It's over curling.
over the tee line, and it does leave these first and second shot stones fully exposed.
Yeah, I think so.
So the
Looks
order,
like Cooper's coming right at them.
yeah, the order of the day is hit away.
Yeah, Kim didn't take a whole lot of time to figure out what to do with this one.
I think she had her broom down before that rock stopped.
Yeah, I think so.
Yep.
Good point. I think so.
That's the way I like to play, though. You got to keep the game moving, right?
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more.
It
And
is
you're hoping your thrower's in the hack already.
Right, exactly. And sweepers are ready.
That's something that new curlers don't often know, that is an etiquette of the game, is that you're supposed to be ready that quickly and ready to
Absolutely.
play.
Yeah.
You can take time to make decisions when you need to.
Now this one's coming down, and Gretchen throws it. It does appear
is
to
it
be
is it
very
narrow?
close to the guard. It
Is it
is
narrow?
on the guard indeed.
Oh, crap.
And
Sorry, was that a homework call right there? I apologize.
It's all right. Crap indeed if you're Philadelphia. So now Triangle's going to try to put a guard up in
Crap
there.
is a good word in Philadelphia, I believe.
Yeah, but it's just funny because I shouldn't be a homer. I should.
No,
I
it's
should know enough
you're in here as the guest analyst with insight to the Philadelphia team.
Yeah.
Sadly, if there are anybody from Triangle out there, we don't have anybody from Triangle here willing to go on mic. But if they do show up, one of us will be glad to let them in.
Sure, absolutely. Wouldn't be a problem.
I do love Leah, who just threw a rock because she's from Bucknell, my school. So I am rooting for her.
Go Bison.
Yeah, she's a Bison. Nope.
Now that looks to be a skosh heavy, and it looks like it's going to settle down in
Wow.
the back of the 8-foot after sweeping.
Yep.
Back to the 12.
Yep. Oh.
All the way into the 12, and so Gretchen is going to get the benefit of a mulligan here and
So-
have another shot at it.
So it looks like they're sitting 3 probably, right?
Yeah, there's definitely 3
So
for sure.
She needs to cut it down. She needs to.
Now, Kim might have given a little bit more ice, but I don't think it's ice that's been the issue. I think we've been throwing just slightly on the narrow side.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
Now, this one does look better.
Now, but the weight is substantially less, and I think
Much
we
less.
overcorrected here. Now we're on it hard. Here they come.
Sweepers are working
Lot
hard.
Lot and Moylan trying to hold it. They get it down, and it will
Nice
jam.
shot,
She
and they
almost
do
got-
sit shot.
She almost got the double.
They- yeah.
Just missed the back 12 blue rock.
And wasting absolutely no time is Emma. She knows what she
Yeah.
wants from Leah.
Yeah, she's right on it, right?
Trying to call and hit. You have to hit this on the outside, and it doesn't look like a lot of ice for that, right?
That looks like they're calling a lot of weight.
And it's coming with a firm normal weight.
And unfortunately, firm normal weight, it's really easy to pitch out, and I think she may have a bit. but
No
it may
line.
come
No,
back
no,
in.
no. It looks really good. I think this may jam as well. And indeed it does. But
No, she does.
oh, fortunately skitters through. So it is Triangle sitting the 2 after that in front of the
It's
4-foot.
only Triangle 1 right now.
Okay, it's one kind of closer to it. Probably is Philadelphia. So the plot's starting to thicken a little bit here, but right now it looks like Kim's just going to throw a takeout. And we have a update for you on sheet 1. Schenectady with a score of 3 to take a 3-stone lead in that game over Plainfield. And on sheet D, what happened over there, Steve?
Sheet D, we look like we have an even up game with Finger Lakes and Plainfield tied at 2.
Really competitive action over there, all ones.
The Skips are working hard to make sure that the other guy can't score more than them.
The ladies from Philly just played up the crowd a little bit, and I'm not sure that they should be doing that. They got to be focused on finishing in this game.
That's, you know, you got to do that.
I mean, they have it well in hand, but they got to stay focused.
This end is this. I wouldn't describe this end as well in hand.
That one looks like it's going to overcook a bit. And they
I
might-
really wouldn't describe this end as well in hand after that.
Womp womp.
So you have Philadelphia sitting 1. Sorry, correction. Triangle sitting 1.
wrong in any way, is it? You got to stay focused.
I'm right with you, partner. I mean, we do have the Philadelphia hometown crowd in front of us, but, objectively, you do need to stay into the game.
I love this Philadelphia team. They are all my close friends. They just got to stay focused. I mean, they got it where they want it. Just stay focused.
You're a shot and a half away of handing 3 or 4 right back here.
What I've noticed with Philadelphia is they just tried 4 takeouts in a row, and 3 of them missed wide.
Okay, yeah.
We got to see what they can do to bring that back in and hit it.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more, Steve.
Okay, so now, here comes Emma.
Again, calling very little ice here.
No, she's throwing blue, so she's actually, I believe,
you're right. Yes.
she's drawing around, and I think she's going to try to use this opportunity to try to nestle back that Philadelphia stone that is sitting second shot and put herself in a position to lay 4.
Well, yeah, she'd be sitting 4 at that point if she can do that.
Aggressive to go behind the tee line, but I think that's what you need to do. It's starting to take the curl. This is going to be really close.
This is interesting.
It's coming in a little wide, I believe.
It's got to simmer down, being really hard, and that's going to be second shot.
Really tight, but I believe it is second shot.
Yeah, I definitely believe that they are sitting the 2.
I think it's 1-2.
They're sitting the 2 right now, and Kim has to be really, really careful here. And if you've ever been to Bonspiel on the GNCC, you know that is the cackle in the voice of Bridget O'Grady.
The people in the warm room are having fun
This
right
is
now.
Saturday night. It is after 11 o'clock, and it is the warm room of a Bonspiel.
I'm almost jealous that I'm not over there because they seem to be having fun.
If you want to scream like that, please turn off your mic first.
Yeah, right. Exactly. All right, so it should be fun to watch Kim shoot here.
Absolutely.
To come back to the action.
She's trying to throw the soft weight hit here.
Yep, down the middle, down the center line.
Brushers are on it. We have Kristen and Jeannie. They're all over it right now, like white on rice.
It's looking pretty good.
It's going to do it. Now the stone clears. No, it is Philadelphia sitting 1.
Yeah, number 2 is going to be close. They might measure.
I think number 2.
I think it's blue. I think it's Philly blue.
Yeah, I think triangle is second now. The question is, how aggressive do you want to be right here?
Yeah.
I think that if you throw this and catch it just low on the low nose here, you might be able to score a couple of those other blue ones. I'm not saying it's easy.
Do you think you can get to the blue?
You're going to take it just off nose on the right side as we're looking at it.
Right.
And direct the Philadelphia stone into their Philadelphia stone.
I see what you're saying.
And because you're down by, a metric ton here.
Right. Yes.
So
you got to do something.
Why the heck not?
Yeah. And they're wasting no time getting on it. So here we go.
She's pretty much on line there.
She likes it. That line's really close, and they're on it. It's coming on down. It is going to come across the face. Now the question is, will the shooter hold? The shooter will hold, and it gets past it. So it is 1 for sure. Now they got to take a good look to see who's second.
Right.
We do think it's 2. We're waiting for them to be 100% sure.
Yeah, I think it's probably 2 blue.
They're taking a look, and they're checking, almost not sure for 3 yet.
They might be looking to see if it's more
no, they're
than
definitely
2.
sure of something.
Okay, yeah. They're sure it's done.
So it does appear to be a score 2 for Triangle. Some good work out of the Triangle team to.
So where are we? 10 to
5.
10 to 5.
10 to 5 after 5.
It's not insurmountable, but it's not.
No. This is you
This
never
is
know. Exactly.
5 under curling. And
we all know that.
I've given up leads this big.
I just lived it in the finals of the Dykes.
On sheets.
Up 3 in the finals and in the last end, and We had to go to extra
Extra
ends
ends, yes,
because we
yes, you
didn't
did.
take care of it properly. So you never know what's going to happen here.
That was quite the finish in that game.
On sheet C, by the way, we have an update. It's Team Alexander now 7-2.
Oh, you guys got off easy and only had to play 8 ends. Well, 9, but
You can say what you want, Dave. I know it's cute joshing, but it was a freaking grind.
oh, I'm well. Trust me, I'm well aware.
Every game we played was a grind. Amazingly, 4 of the 5 teams that we played before the finals were on the ice in the finals. So we played
No, I mean,
we played some really good
Well,
teams.
you had a hard row of it.
Yeah, it was very cool, but we had to really work to get there. So
And especially those games they become more mentally exhausting than they do physically
Absolutely.
exhausting.
I'd like to mention that most of those teams we had played too, but they beat us.
I'd like to thank all of those teams for making it possible for us. I say that kind of jokingly, but it was cool.
So, sheet C. Looks like we have a score there, Steve.
Yeah, we have a score. It's Team Alexander is up 7-2.
So, Bucks is still looking good on sheet C.
Bucks is about to win that one, I think. I'm not
Wow.
sure just how.
Very nice draw over on sheet C.
Really nice.
Who was that made that draw? on sheet C?
It was a tight little port.
You know, that was some very high-class lady named Stephanie Johnson.
Boy, I wonder if we know anybody related to her.
I wonder if we do. I
That's
hear
funny.
she's playing in Potomac next week in the Cherry Blossom with another couple Johnsons.
Steve, that was seriously a tight port. She put that throw. It was really nice.
You know, and here for just 1 second, I thought we were getting another plug for the His and Hers sponsor.
Did I?
No. But
Did
Dan
I screw
Cooper
that
is
up?
in the front row here, and you know who's playing in the Cherry Blossom or in the His and Hers? Dan Cooper.
Will be Dan Cooper, and it is the new improved bearded version of
The
Dan Cooper.
bearded, and Julie Tim is also playing in the His and Hers. She
Yes,
is also in the front row.
Yeah, she is. We have lots of people who are hanging on our every word. Still not sure. Still not sure if I'm sold on the bearded version of Dan Cooper.
I'll take Dan any which way.
That beard only works
That's
if
what
he's
she
going
said.
bald at the top.
Dan taught me how to wear a white belt with my black curling pants. It's pretty important.
That's important. That's very important.
A lot of people don't know that.
I didn't.
And our lives are totally enriched for that. So, you know what? It's this end is starting with a couple of triangle stones in there. Kim Cooper is going to throw the hit on those stones. Now, there is a very long Philadelphia guard, which has the potential to mess up this plan. So Kristen Lott settles into the heck. And it's going to be throwing the out-turn hit. Stones away there right on it, and this is going to need a lot of help if it's not going to be on the guard, and it is on that guard all day. So right now, just looking to peel it and open it up.
It's not going to hurt.
No, absolutely. Now Team Triangle is going to be going all offense here, as they should. Scoring in the 6th would give them a good opportunity to be back in the game. So calling for a tight 3 guard. Looking to be pretty close to the house.
Yeah.
Leah and Lisa,
They're really working that one.
they are working that one hard. It has taken the curl. It is only getting better. Now, if they can only get it over the center line, if they can get to the center line, it's really good. That is not so bad. It's a nice sweep.
That's not bad.
That's a lot of hard work there.
Absolutely. So now the hit comes from the intern side. and
It's open.
It's, yeah, but it's...
But that shot was pretty good. They covered it up.
yeah, this is a tougher hit from this side.
Kristen, she can play the takeout game, so I expect her to at least hit the front one in the top of the 8, and I would expect.
And this one looks pretty good right
Oh,
here.
no, they were on it early,
no.
but it looks like it's tracking out just a little bit. It's going to come back.
She's got good weight. Yeah,
We're gonna get
Yep,
one,
there
but
we
we're
go.
gonna get one.
We're not
She's
gonna
gonna
get the
one.
double.
Yeah, okay, but that's what they needed to happen there, right?
It's definitely an improvement over the situation before.
And you're right. That's all they needed to happen was they just needed to start moving
Yeah.
rocks one at a time.
Exactly. I mean, it'll be a tough shot to replace that, and if they can't, then I see Philadelphia taking that one back out again.
Yeah, I think they called for the very tight guard or even a tap here, which I would almost like. I'd love to have a tap to.
I think a tap is
I
better.
agree. I like the tap.
And Triangle does even sell a T-shirt that says I'd tap that.
You can go there, and I like Leah because she's a bison. And look, she's got the tap.
Does she get a buck?
Look at
Is
that
that
tap.
right?
She got
Okay.
that. She
So-
Very
she
nice
tapped
tap.
that. Very nice
Yes,
shot.
I'm rooting for the other team, but that was a great shot. I love it.
Well, in curling in general, we are rooting for the Rocks. We're rooting for good shots.
Absolutely. Yep. So that was wonderful. That's going to make it really tough here on Philly.
I always
Yeah.
say if the other skip throws a better rock than me, at least I got to see a good rock throw.
Yeah, totally, 100%. And I agree. I think
Okay, so,
that's
yeah.
probably curling wide that people root for each other.
Oh, that's definitely what makes this a good thing. Some people don't know that, in the Olympic gold medal match, actually, the Schuster rink and the Adine rink are actually very good friends. Many of the members were in each other's weddings.
Yeah, that's wild, huh?
I didn't know that. That's very interesting. What I find in curling is while skips are going strategy for strategy against each other, you're really competing against your own abilities and trying to make your own shots.
Right.
It's not like a sport where you're like wrestling or something like that, where you're trying to defeat your opponent by making them mess up.
So the call here is to remove the stone at the edge of the 8-foot. And if you get lucky, run it back into the other one.
It's got a chance to do that.
It does indeed. Going back and just misses the slash.
Wow.
Woo!
But at either rate, that's very effective because you got rid of one more blue stone.
On sheet A, Plainfield with a score of 3, and that leaves that game tied at 6 after 5 ends. So definitely still a barn burner there.
We have 8 minutes left before the time runs out. How many games are going to make it to an 8th end at this point?
Well, our feature game looks like it's going to have no problem. These skips are not messing around. They know what they're doing. And it looks like the D event, other semifinal on A, if they don't dawdle too much, should be okay. And sheet C is almost done their 6th end, so I would
Only sheet D is really struggling for time, and they're still in the 5th end at this point.
yeah, they're a full end back right now, so they're definitely playing only 7, and it's a very tight game too. So that's
Very
gonna the skips need to start taking that into account, because you have to realize that the 7th end is going to be the last end.
Yep.
That's something you have to start looking for around the 5th end. Look at the time clock and see where you're at, and maybe, of course, we're using running time here and just a general clock. So all you can do is control your own team.
Absolutely. And figure out where you are.
Yep.
Do you want to speed it up? Do you want to slow it down? Nobody wants to be a jerk and slow it down where you're being a jackass, but
Right. Because there is always the danger if you're just like jumping and hacking, throwing, that you're gonna
right.
just miss a shot.
But it is good to know where you are and keep it moving.
Okay, so Philadelphia trying to open things up here, and ooh,
I'm not sure they helped their situation.
that's not
there.
the best outcome, because you ricocheted the guard in, and now Triangle is sitting the 2. And the broom goes right down. The guard is going to be the call.
On sheet C, it looks like Lee Alexander is sitting 1, or 2, two. And they're into skip stones at this point.
So Emma's guard is away. They need to keep it moving. It is taking the curl, but it needs to keep moving. They got to take it every inch they can, and it is going to half cover the stone. It is still, the shot stone's fully exposed right now, so this is going to be Kim's likely only one chance to make some hay here and dig herself out of this end, or else it's going to be a game again for sure.
Yeah, this could go a couple different ways that could be very significant. Kim and Gretchen are definitely talking about how to tap the right side from the shooter side to see how to get in there and make sure that they get something in there that counts.
I'll take the ice out and indicate a hit here.
But she definitely needs to get to the inside of that stone, don't you think?
Well, there, you could always play it on the outside and slash them, and she has been throwing a lot of hits. But I do agree putting a stone in play is preferable here.
Right,
but let's see how it goes.
The way they're sweeping early, it makes it look like they want.
Yeah, it's coming down. Now they're all through it. It's tracking down. It is indeed on the outside.
No, yeah,
it's going to catch the edge.
Might get them both.
They slash it.
Oh,
There's
no.
And they do move them both, but the one stays
Okay,
shot
so they're.
It's still the shot stone for Triangle. Philadelphia sitting 2-3.
Right, yeah. So,
Triangle could potentially move the two reds over here and be sitting 3.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing there. That is not a exactly easy shot to make on the right side there. There's a good 4 feet of separation between those stones.
So do you think there's something here, Dave, that they can make this a big end, or
I don't know if there's.
I'm not sure I see it.
Well, Steve's shot is the way to go for a big end. You double off the reds on the left hand as we're looking on the web stream. And then you are basically challenging Kim to throw a shot against 3.
Right.
And
it's just really hard to hit out on those wings like that.
It certainly is. Now, it looks like Emma is going to. That's not enough ice for a draw, so my suspicion is that she's going to try to play a tap on the guards.
Wow.
Do you think she's doing that, or do you think she's coming through the port behind the red?
I assume the tap, but I don't know.
Well, it looks tap.
She's trying to split those.
This looks tappish.
Yeah.
It's
Just a little
wide,
tappy. Tap, tap,
okay,
tap.
it's got a curl. It's got a curl.
If that doesn't curl.
We have no sweeping yet. It's going to catch the edge of the guard. Now you're going to have to brush the next one. Okay.
Well, they split it.
Well, let's see here.
It went too far.
Might spin back.
Might.
It did. Did it spin back enough?
So where are we? Who shot?
Well, it is definitely the one in the back for Triangle.
Yeah, Triangle shot in the back. And
second is
might be Triangle with that spinner there.
Yeah. That's one of those things you tell people, don't necessarily sweep a spinning rock if you're not sure where it's going to go.
You never know. Yeah, I totally agree.
Gretchen could have snookered herself just a little bit there.
She may not like that.
Update on sheet D. It looks like we have Finger Lakes up now 5-2.
Excellent. As always on those updates.
And we are now even on sheet A.
Yep.
Plainfield and Schenectady are at 6 each.
We are. We're coming down the last minute right now. The time clock's getting ready to expire. It's going to have no problem in this game because Kim should get this rock off. Sheet C is fine for 8 ends, and it looks like A and D will be limited to 7. So it looks like we're just throwing the hit and stick here for Philadelphia. On it right away, Kristen is pounding it, now joined by Jeannie. They gotta really try to hold this to make sure it's there. It's onto the inside.
It better hit the rock or it's going to be heavy. Yep, it's
Oh,
going through.
oh, okay.
That's-
So now that's 1. Now you gotta take a good look to see who's 2. It is 1 for Triangle for absolute sure. Now I'm thinking we're seeing a measure here because we can't tell, and they've looked a lot already.
Update on sheet C.
Oh,
Alexander is up now 8-2.
You don't have to worry about the time here because you're already in for time. They are going to measure for the second. No, they're not. They're kicking. Okay, it's something.
Some score to something.
They've decided something.
And
At this point, we don't know.
you know, just off of Gretchen's reaction, it looked like I'm thinking it was 2. She didn't really seem happy.
Yeah. There is the. Oh. Are they done?
No, they're doing shots.
Oh, good. Which makes me think I should probably take a timeout.
You get a shot?
Can I get you something?
Sure, get me something. Just tell Dan to take care of me.
What do you want?
It's about the camera. They'll take care of me. All right, and both teams on sheet B taking shots in preparation for the next 2 ends. That is a good show of solidarity between the teams. Now, some people are giving the look of, what the hell did I just do a shot of? 2 more ends. Oh, they haven't posted the score yet. We're not 100% sure. Okay, well, thank you, Lori, but I'll wait for the Vices to post it because that's what's actually official. It's a steal of another one on sheet C. So Lee Alexander committing some bucks on bucks crime against Krista Keister. So we had 6 end shots by both teams. Both teams partook. And the score is hung officially now, and it was a steal of just 1. But that does cut the gap significantly, so it's now just a 4-point disadvantage, a 4-point lead for Team Cooper, with 2 ends remaining to play.
In the 5 and under, that's not it's not something that can't happen. So Team Cooper does need to be aware of the fact that that's a real issue that they need to be guarding against.
Absolutely, and we just had a nice tick shot thrown by Jeannie Moylan. And Hannah is throwing the next one. Called to be a guard. This looks a bit toasty.
I think that's going to be a little heavy.
And throwing a guard right now is really, really, really important.
Yeah, Triangle really needs guards in play, and they need rocks in the front of the house. Anything behind the tee line or out is really just counting for Philly at this point.
Now, interesting call by Kim here. Left him to come underneath the corner guard. Conventional wisdom would probably have you hitting the blue rock in the house now.
Are you sure they're not hitting the blue rock in the house?
The broom was indicated underneath the guard.
All right. Well, yeah, I think you're right. That's where it's. The weight is somewhere between the two.
All right, so here it comes in. It is going to be fully out of the house after a few nice courtesy strokes.
I believe Emma's putting something up in the top of the house at this point.
Yep, top of the house or even a guard is okay. And the good folks have sent a shot up to me, so I appreciate that. So to the competitors on sheet B, Nostrovia.
So it's neither a guard. Well, it is in the top of the house, I guess. It's not fully guarding the back stone, the shot stone.
And I can independently verify that that was shots of fireball they were doing.
Cheers to you. The war room is quite lively this evening.
Well, Bridget O'Grady is holding court. There was a game, I played a game in the Bonspiel against her, and, you know, I don't get to talk because, you know, I tend to be quite vocal as well, so both sheets around us had looked at us both standing in the house and said, oh boy, we're in for a loud one.
I can assure you that nobody just died in the war room. That Morris was just somebody having fun.
And that's what a Bonspiel is all about, having a good time. Now, that shot was not exactly the intended outcome. All right.
No, it's not a great outcome at all.
And we took down the unused mic, so that's going to help with that just a little bit.
I think we're in for this for the rest of the evening, though, Dave.
Jesus,
this is
Mary
Saturday
and...
night at a Bonspiel. I don't know that anybody drinks at a Bonspiel, but this person may have had a few.
Well, no, it's okay, and that's perfectly fine. You might want to have a bottle of red, a bottle of white, and a keg of something else. So this guard came down, and while not exactly ideal, it does serve to corner hook the stone some. And coming on back is our partner.
Sorry, I had to step away so that somebody could spill beer on me.
No problem. I do recollect you leaving with my drink glass, and I do now see you coming back without it.
I'll be right back.
I do recollect it, by the way,
They
Schenectady.
did mention that they knew what you wanted.
Schenectady is up on Plainfield Sheet 1, 7-6.
Yep, absolutely, and this is,
Team Alexander seems to have it well in control on Sheet C. They're up 8-2, and they're sitting pretty handy with 2, and
Yep.
plenty of guards in front of their rocks.
a good shot by Kristen Lott there. Moved some stuff around, and the net result is it is 1 stone for triangle right now. And tapped the stone in the house, and they said, no problem, no foul there. But so Emma is putting up the center line guard here, and I kind of like this because you have time to get other rocks in, but right now you've got one right in the 4-foot. Let's lock in that steel and try to build on it.
But ultimately, you are going to have to build on it. You can't score just one here and really have a great.
Well, sure, but you have those 3 stones that are sitting on the right-hand side of the house.
And one of them just slightly outside of being a second shot.
Right, so you have some room to work with, and Kim sees herself once again facing a steal.
We have handshakes on C. Alexander has won that game.
So it will be Lee Alexander moving on to the B semifinals tomorrow morning
10-10.
at 10:10 in the morning. So looking to do some cleanup here.
Some weight coming on this rock.
Yeah, Gretchen throwing, it's a little down weight. It is just control weight. Now that can be plenty if it's where it has to be.
Looks like it's on the
It's on,
third counter right
yeah,
now.
it's on the third counter. It's going to push it through.
Oh.
It missed the shot stone. So that shot stone is still underneath of 2 dead stacked guards. And okay,
It's gonna be,
Emma is going to take this opportunity to try to throw a counter, a second counter underneath the Philadelphia stone. I can't say I disagree with this one.
I think that's the right shot. Seems a little wide at this point, but I guess it will break here. In
Oh,
just a
it's
second.
got to move.
It's got to
don't-
move a lot.
Well, sweep it hard now to keep the guards lined up. And that's what they do.
Oh, and this
Oh,
might
this
just-
one might get to be second shot. Oh, and it skitters by, and it is.
It
There
does,
are more
yeah.
than one way to put a shot rock into
Wow.
the house.
And there's also more than one way to skin a cat there, buddy.
It looks like they can get to that, and maybe I mean, a tough double, of course, but they can definitely get to the one in the top 8.
Well, removing a blue is definitely your call somehow.
Yep.
So they're going to try to get it and hopefully get it with the right angle to make a double, but you can afford to steal one here. You steal 2, now you're really looking over your shoulder.
I'm kind of surprised how much ice. Well, I guess they're. I mean, I'd rather throw it a little heavier here.
Well, throwing that same control weight that she just threw,
And
It's gonna have
Gretchen
to
can
break
definitely
here.
throw some weight.
that has to
It's
curl to get
all
off the
over
guard.
the guard.
So I was surprised at that line. Yep.
And it is down, and it is ricocheting
It's
over.
too much ice. I think they needed more weight and less ice.
So where do you put it now, Steve? Do you? I see a couple different options. One, you can guard that second shot stone. You can try and throw one right in the center line and cover them both at once.
I like just tapping that stone up because you could be guarding it and
Well,
sitting for a
sure,
shot.
and be sitting 3.
Exactly. I don't really see any better shot out there than that, and that's what this team needs to come back from this deficit.
And that's a call, and Emma's skating down, and
She looks pretty confident with
yeah,
this.
she was definitely beating herself up earlier in the game, but she looks somewhat determined right now at the moment.
I
kind
agree.
of feel
Yeah.
like the tide has turned a little bit for them, and it's still a big hill in front of them, but they've got some momentum to go.
And we have applause in the warm room for the participants from Sheet C. All Bucks County Curling Club coming off, with the Lee Alexander rink being victorious over Krista Keister's rink.
The shot is off.
On it right away, it is not light. Sorry, not heavy, rather.
No,
It's not heavy at all. I think they're putting up a guard at this point at best.
A guard's okay, but now you have to get it over. You have to get over. You can never leave it short.
And you
Now
can't
coming
leave it-
out is the vice, sweeping it every inch of the way, getting up to the hot
It's
line,
really
and
close.
indeed they will not be
don't
able
think
to
they
drag
will.
it over.
Nope, they don't.
Sometimes it feels like that hog line is filled with sticky tape.
It's true, Steve.
As opposed to the non-sticky tape.
Doesn't matter when you're sweeping. You know
Oh
it's
no,
sticky.
absolutely. And, well, let's see here. We had Lindsay put in one of those hog lines, and I forget who put in the other one. We went with
It might have been Ian Sheffer.
we went with painted. I remember him being the Hudson Spur.
Oh,
But we went with painted hog lines. We switched to that 2 installs ago, and the painted hog lines. This ice has been in for 2 years, and the hog line of anything is still pretty darn sharp.
Yep.
It takes triple the time, but I think that's one effort that's worth it,
Absolutely.
because sometimes at the end of the season that hog line can be a little bit ambiguous, and some folks already have a rather casual relationship with the hog line.
So what do we got here? Kim going to try to push the red back into the shot rock.
This is just a straight hit in the blue.
I think she's just hitting the blue at this point. They did look at that red tap. But
You don't think she wants
Oh,
to
and this
run
is
the
narrow. They had to hurry.
Very
This is going to be
narrow.
on the top guard, I believe.
very narrow.
Yeah, it's really
They got to
narrow.
go hard. They are
Well, they're
holding.
getting by
It's
the
got
guard.
a chance, and they
And
do
they
get
do
to it.
hit,
Now,
and
will
they
they get the
may.
double?
Oh,
Will they get the double?
We'll sweep that. Sweep that.
It will move it to be second
Second
stone.
shot.
Okay.
And the first shot is right behind a guard.
All right, they got.
So I'm not sure what you do if you're triangle. You really do need two here.
Well, that red Philadelphia guard is just over the hog line. So, for my money, I am throwing backline weight just through and trying to push it out and sit to myself and hope for the best.
Okay.
You
I
see
think
anything
they're
else?
just doing a straight draw here, huh?
Oh, this might be a plan A, plan column A, column B shot. Looking for both, maybe. Because if you chisel it just on the outside, you're going to kick it far enough. Because it's close for a shot right now. Actually,
Right.
the more I look at it, it's a lot closer.
I thought I could hear your hands better.
Yeah. We don't have a telestrator. I really wish we did.
I'm uncomfortable if I have to hear Dave's hands.
And the shot is coming down now.
That's what they sound like.
It's not a particularly heavy shot. I think it's a straight draw. is what
Yeah,
they're
she's
hoping.
just gonna try to cover it up here.
Oh, here it comes. And
Unfortunately, it is really cooking over.
Wow, it's moving.
Yeah, that's going to cut over. And
Holy.
oh God, don't ever touch it, because if there was a question, there isn't now.
Yeah.
The only question is, are they going to shake right now? And John Moylan says, no.
Johnny Moe.
And they did try to send John to rehab once, and he said no.
Johnny Moe in the house. And he said no.
Tried to send John to rehab, and he said no.
I'm sorry that I sung that with you. But John is my ride home, so
I
I'll
just
do
want to
whatever.
say I did not sing that song.
Okay, so looking over on A, we have a 1-point lead for Schenectady.
Red still coming in. It looks like they could score two here very nicely.
Hey, so what
They
is
still
the
have
call
a
here?
couple more rocks to go.
They
It
just
looks like a draw.
they're gonna try to. Well, it looks like they're gonna try to bump something.
Don't know why you do that.
I know.
You
I
could bump
agree.
anything in
Like
front and maybe
I
score
would throw
two.
this away. I think if I was them, but
Why wouldn't you want to score two here?
Because
I
you could
think the
possibly
game's over. I think the game's over.
possibly do something stupid.
See what I mean? Right there.
That was close
What?
to stupid.
Why are they doing that?
I don't know.
But they got one, right?
Yeah, there is a score of 1 for Philadelphia, and that makes it a 5-point lead.
Stealing five is difficult in the Briar. It's difficult in Scotty's, but
But luckily, they won't have to steal 5. They have the advantage of having the hammer.
It might be more difficult here.
Yeah, they should.
but they don't need to steal five here.
And indeed, that will do it. That
They
will
should.
be
Oh.
handshakes.
Well, they're shaking.
And advancing to the D final.
And we have shakes on sheet D as well. It looks like Finger Lakes has taken that.
Well,
Congratulations to Finger Lakes. And
Where's Finger Lakes from anyhow?
they're up in New York, I believe.
Near the Finger Lakes, I
Near the
understand.
Finger Lakes. They
I
are.
think they're from Louisiana, if I'm not mistaken.
Could be as part of the GNCC as Louisiana, I assume, if they have a curling club at all.
Jim, you got to take these shots when you can get them. so you'll be here anyway.
Okay, so we do have the final score
John
of
Moylan,
11.
give me your feelings on that shot.
The one that didn't happen and ended the game, or?
That's right.
As Matt said, it was close to stupid, but they got away with it.
They got away with
Yeah,
it.
Dave said that, but that's okay.
I don't want to credit Matt for anything he doesn't deserve.
That's right.
Oh, and by the way, if you've been listening, did Matt mention that he won the Dykes this year?
He did in very good fashion, and he
That was like a 20-minute long story about winning the
he
Dykes.
kept that trophy right here in the 215, where it hopefully will reside for a good deal of time.
Absolutely.
You know
Let's
what?
keep it
Anybody
here.
who's won the Dykes, I think, deserves a good round of consideration and applause. And
Thank you. You're sitting with two of us, and that's so cool
Well,
to be with you guys. So
Yeah, absolutely. So
That's-
once again, I want to congratulate, not to bury the lead here, but coming off the ice is the victorious Finger Lakes team and their opponents from Plainfield. And they will be playing tomorrow in the B semifinal at 10 o'clock in the morning. And we want to congratulate Kim Cooper's Philadelphia rink. Congratulations to Kim Cooper, Gretchen, Kristen, and Jeannie. They will be playing in the D finals at 1 p.m. tomorrow.
they're a really good team. They got 4 or 5 fifth-year curlers, and so they'll be a tough team to beat tomorrow.
All right, and that team is now coming off the ice. And I want to thank my team here, Matt and Steve. Very happy to have you with us. We're looking at the
Great
final.
to be here.
Absolutely, looking at the final couple rocks. Did Cheat Day make time?
I don't think so. No.
I think they did. So it's an extra end. It's either an extra end or an eighth end. Either way, we will have.
We got more time?
We got more curling on sheet A. Now, the fun part of this is a radio broadcast now. So Finger Lakes is from Ithaca. Yes, that is in the Finger Lakes area, region, vicinity.
Are we really going there right now?
It came up here.
All right, I have 12 jokes to make about the Finger Lakes, but I'm going to let it go
Okay,
because I'm a mature adult.
absolutely. Well, we're breaking news here right now. Matt Mayock, at the ripe age of
52.
52, I know it, I was going right to it, has finally matured. And if you believe that, I will gladly sell you the Brooklyn Bridge tomorrow.
You're only young once, but you can be immature forever.
Absolutely. So sheet A, it is tied coming home now in the eighth end. Between Plainfield and Schenectady. It will be
Wow.
Schenectady with the last stone.
That taps it in.
It does tap it in. One red stone in the house right now
They're gonna.
for Plainfield.
Yep.
Drawing around right now. And when you're looking to steal one, I probably would put up another guard myself right now, but that's your prerogative to come in whenever you like.
Yeah. That's,
Next stone from Plainfield skitters through the house.
wow. Just skips out the back.
So we have Schenectady. They have hammer. Actually, no, they need. No, they do not have hammer. Sorry.
Where do you like this? drawing behind.
They are drawing behind. and
Looks like that's what they're going to do.
Yeah, they
here.
are drawing behind, and I stand corrected again. Schenectady does have the hammer because they are throwing the blue stones. Put this in front of me because we don't have Steve doing scoring updates anymore.
Kind of miss him.
I miss Steve. I love Lamp.
Well, this is looking light. They're trying to get it across the hog line. Okay. Oh, they get the bump.
Yep, it's going to sit to be shot stone. So
Yep.
it is currently one shot stone for Schenectady, and they do have that last rock. So Plainfield needs to start getting some guards or something in the house right now so they have something to work with. So their second, Teak Washington, brings the rack down. On it right away, this looks like it's going to curl an awful lot. Coming down, the sweepers are working it really hard coming across, but it does not look to have sufficient weight.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a
Center guard.
Yeah, a center guard. So as we're looking at the house now from our perspective, we have two tight 3 guards, one belonging to each team, a
Yep.
blue stone from Schenectady that is sitting as a shot stone, and there is a Plainfield hanging off on the side. You really do have to be creative to have the radio broadcast of curling. But I'm pretty sure that Rob Young is still here with us. We have 11 viewers still on them. I'm one of them because I'm watching on my phone to monitor the chat. There's probably a good 5 or 6 that are passed out someplace.
If anybody's still here with us, we're pretty excited about that.
It would be shocking indeed.
You guys are the best.
Yep. Whatever. Down to 9. A couple people heard that.
Both of you are the best.
Okay, so it is 2 blue stones right now for Schenectady, and Plainfield is trying to figure out what they're going to do, and we have some yelling up and down the ice trying to come up with a plan. The plan right now, if you're Plainfield throwing red, you need to ignore some of this blue stuff and just start to get some guards and worry about it later.
Absolutely agree.
Because right now, if you lose by 1 or 8, it's the same difference, right?
Losing by 1 or losing by 4, it's called what?
Losing.
Losing, yep.
So they did elect to play the hit on the shot stone, which, now...
Okay, so it's hard to see from this angle, but blue looks like blue is...
I think blue is shot.
Shot, I think so.
Yep, blue is shot for sure. So you need some more rocks in play right now if you're Plainfield. Kevin Steyer still on the cast. Thanks very much, buddy. I appreciate it. Nostrovia, cheers, bro.
Where's Kevin?
Oh, he's watching at home.
Oh, gotcha.
Undoubtedly with the vodka cranberry with him.
As well you should, Kevin. Check me out.
So that draw settles at the back of the 4-foot. So we have shot stone belonging to Schenectady at the back of the 4-foot. So now that's not doing Schenectady any favors because you just gave Plainfield someplace to park the stone.
She's a giver. Did I say that out loud?
Of a lot of things.
Ready to go? All right.
All right.
I hate to say this, but it might be time for me to go home.
You got it, Matt. Thank you very much for joining us, and I'll see you again.
Thanks for having me.
No problem.
Really
Thanks.
fun. Yep. was fun.
Yep.
Signing off.
So Plainfield's draw attempt did not get there, so Schenectady is sitting 2 rocks now. The shot stone is at the back of the 4-foot directly on the center line. The second shot stone is another Schenectady rock on the top of the 8-foot on the center line. 4 now different guards around the center line of varying flavors. And 1 stone of Plainfield just biting on the outside, but it is third shot. So right now the call is for Plainfield to throw it in turn to get down to be shot stone. It is narrow right now all day, so they are all over it. They are pounding it hard, extremely hard. They're going to be on the guard, but they might be able to run it back to a good spot. Ooh, just over curls. It will raise it to be second shot. Middle of the 8-foot on the right side as we look at it from the warm room, and the broom immediately goes up to take out that stone from Schenectady. So vice skip Kimberly Berg delivers the stone, coming down with about normal weight, trying to hold it for line, and now they're off of it, now they're on it, so it's probably doing pretty darn good. Ooh. That was, that flashes to the outside, and that was definitely not a good line call there. Not on the same page, and sense a little bit of frustration from Schenectady there. So maybe something happened there. There was a lack of communication, and they are kind of shaking their heads around a little bit. So it's the first skip rock, and Trailer really has to make things, something happen here. So the broom is down for a draw. They have a stone at the back of the 4-foot that they have a crystal clear path to draw down to and really put the pressure on. The Plainfield skip removes her gripper, cleaning her red stone, playing on sheet A at Bucks County. Be throwing in the 8th end towards the glass with their first stone. A fair number of people still at the curling club at O'Dark 22 on this St. Patty's Day. Brushers are on it. The weight looks pretty good. It looks like we're calling for line right now, but I think it might want to get back on it. It is curling. It is tracking to the 4-foot, to the 2-foot, past the top guard, and gonna come down and rest directly on that back stone, and it will be the shot stone. It is frozen, and that is a fantastic stone. So, Caitlin, the skip from Schenectady, with her first skip rock, needs to answer that. Now there is an entire rock available to her, and you can certainly get to it. So the broom is down on the outside of the 12-foot. And you have to find a way to get on down and follow it down, and so here we go. We're in the hack, delivering the rock with a left-handed delivery. And the stone is on its way. This one appears to have a little bit more weight than the last one. It needs to curl. It is starting to walk its way in. Crossing the hog line with about 2.5 feet left to curl. Approaching the house, and it is coming down to the 4 foot, and it's going to come in contact with the shot stone, but just roll off. So, it is still Plainfield sitting the shot stone. They are now on the back of the 4 foot. There is 2 Schenectady catchers there.
Some jackass left his phone here.
Absolutely. So now it looks like that the guard is going to be the call for Plainfield. Just one final Schenectady Rock to go. So we are in the final Skip Rocks D semifinal, the Elizabeth Childs Challenge. It's for the right to play on Sunday at 1 p.m. And it is, at the moment, a stolen rock for Plainfield. And their skip is going to try to cement that with a guard. Settling into the hack. Coming back with the right-handed delivery. And it's on its way. Coming down with draw weights. Sweepers have not laid a brush to this yet. They are getting close. They're urging it to settle down, indicating that it might be a little bit hotter than they like. The weight is coming off of it right now. It's curling in nicely, and it's going to do the job well. It is, while it's not a guard, it is biting the 4 foot and sitting second shot stone. So, it is 2 red stones in the 4 foot for Plainfield. Sitting third and fourth are Schenectady, but based on the orientation of those rocks, they are not going anywhere. So right now the whole team from Schenectady is going to come down and take a look at it. And this is a good time to do that. It's definitely warranted because the shot's there. Now, unfortunately, one of the players for Schenectady is a Dallas Cowboy fan, so I had to question the logic of that. We're definitely here in Eagles country here. So I'm joined here by my colleague Ian Alexander. Ian, do you see a good shot here?
Well, it's tough to tell here, Dave. The first question that comes to my mind is whether it's possible to get around that long blue guard and draw the other way. You have backing in the back 4, but I don't know if it bends enough to get there.
You know what, buddy? I think that might be the best possibility, but the problem is, and we are obscured by the skip here, but there is a 2 guard in front of. Oh, that's
that's the one I'm thinking about. Whether you could get it out far enough and then back in far enough.
That's a heck of a big ask. It's going to be very difficult. So it looks like the shot selection is going to be a hit and try to slash off the reds.
There's,
and
about a third of a rock between the shot red on the back and the blue behind it.
Yes, sir.
You might be able to get both reds to go, but
jeez, indeed. I'll tell you, it's been a good game, and it's been worth watching. And
boy, the scoreboard just makes it look awfully parallel.
It certainly is. It's
almost every move was answered by the opponent.
And yeah, I've been watching. You know, we've been featuring the 1D semifinal, and it's been back and forth. You had to watch both of them. So, settling in is Caitlin, skip of Schenectady. She settles in.
Is there any kind of a hit the top center guard combination and run back? Probably not.
I don't think so. Well, this one is coming in quite narrow, and it is going to hit that bevy of center rocks. Now let's see what happens. Some stones are moving and they're bouncing around, but indeed it will be the 2 rocks remaining from Plainfield, and it will be a steal of 2 for Plainfield to finish this game, and they will be playing in the Philadelphia rink of Kim Cooper tomorrow afternoon in the D semifinals.
Well, congratulations to them. And congratulations to you, Dave, for lasting through another extended draw.
Well, that's kind of how it goes sometimes. And want to thank everybody for watching. And we will be with you tomorrow with some more action. And from Bucks County Curling Club, we wish you a very pleasant evening. And we'll be joining you for a better tomorrow. Good night.